What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today in this video, guys, I want to do a case study with you. I mainly want to talk to you guys about why I went into Elrond. Of course, I didn't transfer all my funds or move all my funds from Phantom, but I just want to explain to you my thoughts, thinks, and thunks so you guys can think for yourself next time when something like this happens. So I want to talk to you guys about Elrond and use this as an example. If you guys don't know what Elrond is, it's also eGold, EGLD, the ticker symbol. And it's a proof of stake blockchain. It introduces sharding. It's similar to like Harmony One and so on, except it's more mobile friendly. So the reason why I say it's more mobile friendly, it's similar to something like Celo. You can actually go onto the Maiar exchange and you can use their Maiar app. I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys can check that out as well. But you can actually buy crypto directly through the app and use it. So it's almost like you can buy crypto on your MetaMask and still use it in DeFi. That's how you can relate Elrond. So it's kind of like DeFi for the masses. And now one of the reasons why I went over to Elrond is because of this. They launched the 1.29 billion USD Maiar DEX liquidity incentive program. I know you're like, wait, didn't they do that on Avalanche? And didn't they do that on Polygon? Didn't they do all these liquid? This one was different. Let me explain to you guys why. If you go back on the Avalanche liquidity mining incentive program, yes, they gave a ton of money on that. However, that was to all the different DEXs. This one is specifically going to Maiar Exchange, and it's in the first 30 days. In fact, they're releasing, I think it was $283 million just on one DEX in 1 month. Those are some serious high APRs, so that is something to keep in mind on that. That's why I went over to it. On Avalanche, it was like 20 or 30 million dollars to just Aave. Now, everyone was hyping the mess out of it. This is great, this is awesome, this is awesome. Then when the rewards came, Avalanche went like this. Whoa! It's because it overpromised and under-delivered. There's nothing wrong with it. There's just too many people hyping up about it, and so many people were interested, all the rewards got diluted. Now, a lot of people are not hyping about Elrond and the farms, and you can see it on the APRs. Right now, you can get 1,400% APR, and if you compound that, that's over 10,000% APY. You also got the eGold and MEX and then MEX pools. Of course, you will take on some impermanent loss with the eGold USDC and the eGold MEX pool if MEX was to dump. And yes, there are some other things involved, but I'm just trying to explain to you a general concept. There are some massive rewards going into this. Look, 1,400% APR on eGold and USDC. This is not similar to a Ponzi farm. A Ponzi farm, what they do is they pay you as long as you LP with their coin. Sure, they'll allow you to do like a Bitcoin and USDC pair or whatever, and they'll charge you like a not 20%, but like a 4% deposit fee. And then the farm just dumps like that. This is an actual legit farm. Like it's from the Maiar exchange and it's sponsored and it's straight from the Elrond program. You guys can look into the protocol and see what it's talking about. Look, $282 million in the first month. Just let that sink in. That's just the first month. That is more that's over 10 times the amount. Well, it would probably be a little bit less than 10 times the amount that was given to Aave on Avalanche. Not for the first month, for that whole year. That's how you can understand that. That's why it's just like mind-blowing. And on top of that, Elrond is another somewhat layer 1 blockchain. Yes, it has its own exchange, and the Maiar exchange is actually not even a fork of anything. They created their own DEX, so it's not like a copy pasta type of thing. It's similar to like a Solana. It's going to have its own junk. And there are a lot of devs in Elrond. I'm not going to say like, hey, I'm super bullish on Elrond. This is awesome. But just look at the risk reward. This is a case study. I want to give this to you guys so you guys can understand it. Break it down. Again, massive amounts of APRs and APYs because of the massive incentive program coming. $282 million in a month is a ton of money to give out. Now look, there's only $2.4 billion in these farms. Now if you split that up, that's $282 million is going to all those people. Yes, it's denominated in MEX, so it's probably actually worth more than what it was because MEX actually went up. Actually, MEX probably doubled in price. And same thing with Elron. It doubled in price as well. But you can factor this in is you can get your money back pretty quick. So a couple days you can get your money back and you can just sell it and the rest is just free shares and you just ride along. It is not like a similar Ponzi farm. I'm also factoring in that there are a ton of Elron heads, I guess you can call them, but they're super bullish on Elron. Same thing with Cardano. When those farms launch on Cardano, there's going to be people over there that are like, MEX is going to the moon. MEX is going to the moon. Or over on Cardano, it's going to be, I don't know, Scoop-de-Doop Finance is going to the moon. I can't think of what it's called. It's like Ice Cream Finance or something like that. But they're going to be like, it's going to go to the moon. It'll go to the moon. So what people will do is they'll take their rewards and stake them into the pool. So when there's no sell pressure, the price will keep going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. Because if there's no sell pressure or there's no red button, green button goes up, red button goes down. So I had the thought, okay, well, first, massive liquidity mining incentive. So risk reward is definitely there. Second, you're going to have a lot of Elron maxis who are like, I ain't selling my max, it's going to the moon. And again, it's for retail, so they don't understand how to farm. Farming, you dump the farming coin, typically. Now, with Elron, they're going to be like, nah, dude, it's going to go to the moon. I know it is. So I'm going to stake it and get this extra 481% APR. Oh, yeah. Guys, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. Just be careful. Yeah, it may go to the moon, but do you want to be that hog that gets slaughtered? Just be careful. So I factored that in. The second factor was, well, you're going to have the Elron maxis, just to sum that up. So I understand that there's going to be less sell pressure, so I can take advantage of that. Third, I looked into the tokenomics of the MEX. This was actually airdropped to a lot of Elron users, so I was like, oh snap, this could be bearish. But then I looked into it and I was like, wait, they're locked. They can't claim their tokens until 30 days after the DEX launches. The DEX just launched. So, I see this massive market cap, but it's got to dump now. Okay, that's the market cap that is out there. That is not circulating. So there's a ton of tokens that are locked. So as soon as those tokens get unlocked, it may be different, but just factor it in. Also, another thing I factored in is that there's a 1% penalty applied. There's only one thing that affects someone more emotionally than making money. It's losing money. If you lose $1, you will be more upset about that than making $100. You will think about losing that $1 and be like, what the snap, I hate it. Believe me, trust me. Use this as an example. If you're in like 10 different farms and the other ones are printing and you have that one that's losing you money, what do? You think about that one that's losing you money. You don't think about the others. You're like, man, I'm losing so much money. I'm losing so much money. Oh, snap, oh, snap, oh, snap. Well, these other guys are over here just printing and you're like, oh, wait, you need to compound the rewards. But instead you're like, loser, 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 loser. What's going on? So that's how you can factor it in is people don't want to lose money. So this 1% penalty, people are like, I can't do it. I got to wait. So I'm going to leave it in there. I'll wait 72 to 96 hours. Or people are going to be like, MEX, I'm not going to sell it now. I'm going to keep holding it because I know it's going to go up. And then when it drops a little bit, they'll be like, I could have sold it for higher. I'm going to hold it. So they'll keep holding and it drops. And then they'll keep holding. And then it drops. And then they'll keep holding because they'll be like, it'll come back. When it comes back, I'll sell it. And that's how these farms go. It's similar, but still keep in mind, keep an eye on this. This is something you want to keep your eyes on. This is the only DEX on Elron. So in my opinion, all the funds and all the money that everyone has on Elron, in order to play around in something in DeFi, they either stake it or use this on the Maiar exchange. The other factor is that there is a 10-day unbonding period. So when you're staking your Elron or eGold, you have to wait 10 days before you unbond it. So now this is what my other thoughts were. Okay, so more people want to come into this. They already have plenty of time to unbond, so I'm not even factoring in the unbonding period. But what I am factoring in is what people will do is either LP in either of these, sell it for Elron, and stake the Elron. Now when they stake the Elron, they're like, whoa, I didn't expect the price to appreciate this much. I need to unbond it now. So they'll go unbond it, but they gotta wait 10 days. So again, this started on the 19th, today's the 23rd. So in my opinion, it still has the risk reward. Of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I just want to explain to you guys the game theory and why I entered in Elrond. The risk reward was there. Now, does that mean it's 100%? No, not at all. In fact, you can lose a bunch of money. But if you don't throw that dart, you can't hit the bullseye. So this is how you factor it in. Don't be afraid to take risk, but factor in calculated risk. This is a calculated risk play for me. I threw a dart, it hit the target. Now there is still a chance that this dart goes astray and it just tanks. There is a chance with that. I mean, that is the risk I was willing to take. So this is how you can factor it in. Again, now these are the different strategies you could have used. This is what I talked about in Discord, and I want to explain it to you guys so you guys can think for yourself in the future, is if you look at the Elrond USDC pool. Now, say you're not bullish on Elrond at all. You just want to farm it, get the APRs, and get in, get out. Peace out. This is what you do. When you take Elrond and USDC exposure, if the Elrond price token goes down 10%, you only go down 5% because you sold half of it in USDC. However, the reverse is true as well. The reason why that's important to understand is because if your APR/APYs are not paying more than what the quote unquote impermanent loss would be, then it's not worth it. Now, impermanent loss on the upside, I don't care. I'm fine with it. Now, if I'm not bullish on Elrond, impermanent loss to the upside, I could care less because pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. Sure, I could have just held E-Gold, but it's a speculation play. Now, on the downside, if I was not bullish Elrond, and it goes down, that does affect me because now it hurts the back. So again, the risk reward is there because I have two chances at 2 out of 3 making money. One is it goes down, I lose money. 2 is it goes up and I just have an impermanent loss, but I still make money more than I would have held. 3 is, well, it goes up or stays the same and the APRs pay out really, really well. And I'm happy. So I either get a win with the APRs, I get a win with the token price going up, or I get a loss if, well, it goes down more than the APRs. Now, if it goes down and the APRs still recoup it, I'm fine with it. I still made money, so I'm happy. However, if it goes down and the APRs don't pay for it, then I'm not happy. So again, the risk reward is there. It's like a quarter. You got 50 chance of winning, 50 chance of losing. A quarter, I don't think it's worth the flip. Maybe for you, but not for me. Now, rolling a dice, if I roll snake eyes, I lose, or any other number and I win, I'm all for that. Because I mean, I keep rolling that dice so many times and eventually I will win. So just to sum it up, if you were not bullish, these are some massive APRs and the risk reward is there. However, if you are bullish, you can participate in the E-Gold and MEX pool and you would get paid really, really well. And as long as MEX does well, you get a bonus on the upside and you get a bonus on the APRs. And you can see they incentivize this pool more because this is the pool 2. So basically it is the dumper. People are going to be dumping on you when they dump MEX. If you guys want to join the Discord, there is a link in the description below. I show plenty of videos on there that I do not show on YouTube, and I talk about different strategies I'm using in the market that I also don't talk about YouTube. If you guys like content like this, well, you get way more of it in Discord. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let's go ahead and leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Proverbs chapter 14, verses 15. In verse 15, the simple believe anything, but the prudent give thought to their steps. Think about it, guys. That's so true, man. I just brought it out, but the simple believe anything. Oh yeah, it makes like 1,000% APR. I'm in. Well, where's the APR coming from? Keep it in mind. You guys can also catch me on tweeters. It's at Rent a Home Fast, like literally at Rent a Home Fast.